there we've got cancer patients and also caregivers and also like a support system. Because I don't think people actually give credits to the support system and to the caregivers as enough. And I'm not going to be able to do anything. I'm not going to be able to be independent. And I was independent. I still am independent woman going, exactly. And I'm going.
She was always in the high mood, energy, like ball of everything. And everybody would look at her. And I remember I was like, I think, it's nice to be sick. Welcome to my space. My life and journey is one of ups and downs. Life can be very challenging, but it's when we open up that we find our solace. Let's heal. Let's grow. Let's cry. And you know what? Laugh together. Welcome to Conversations with the Phumzile. Your girl next door. Conversations with the Phumzile, the girl next door. You know when I'm sitting here, is that time of the day. So remember to like, subscribe, share. Guys, comment. I can really comment. Tell me who you want to see or which people I must go hunt and get them here for these conversations. So I'm looking forward to having more. We moved, new studios, we like it. Something new that I need to say proper. Now we are going to have small business podcast, website and advertising opportunities. How do you like that? Like as you can see, this episode is sponsored by Cyberite Accessories. Cyberite is over. That company that is in my house kitchen. So as you can see the items, as you can see the earrings, everybody always talks about my earrings. It's because it's Cyberite and they really buy into me so much, and I am grateful for them because they making things happen for me, and I'm confident, and this is why I am here. So you too can have the opportunity. The website is up, The Girl Next Door SA, so you can advertise there. Podcast, you can also come here, share your story, tell us about your brand, marketing things. Let's do that. But I have my girl, Regorapetse.
Yes, mommy.
But who's your guest? Regorapetse. Bamthandazelile.
Yes.
Like my partner, I was like, no, I'm just, bamthandazeli. Oh, no. But they really prayed for that girl.
Amen. No, they did.
They did. And
no, they did. And I'm here, finally.
And if you know the studio, you doing the world good. So that's why you are here.
Thank you.
So let's talk about you. Before, you are not a stranger to The Girl Next Door,
yes,
but we were in a different platform. Yes. And we were talking about well-being, healthy lifestyle, taking care of self, and making sure that you understand all the spaces that you are in.
Yes.
And boy, let me start by giving gratitude to my former boss, because I think that conversation led to so many things that,
sure,
for me, after I had to take my own stock.
I'm so glad to hear that.
Yeah. And it was the first and the only that we've done ever at Psycha.
Yes.
First and the only.
Yes.
And
sure,
when she thought it would be a good idea for me to host you in a corporate space, little did I know that it will also open other avenues, because it also opened other avenues. Like there's a company who asked me to come host their podcast.
Yes, girl.
So that also, but over and above understanding self-care and self-wellness and like knowing when to listen to your body, knowing when to listen to your head and heart. Mm-hmm. But again, having such spaces as this where you have somebody to talk to, somebody to share. Mm. So then I started stalking you. Like like content, like conversation, like
yes,
and SheSpeaks.
Yes, absolutely.
So alignment,
yes.
So I'm like your content. So from there on, I started following you religiously, because even though the journeys are not the same, but healing is a big thing. It doesn't matter what you're going through. It doesn't matter what sickness or any that you go through.
Yeah.
But some of the tips and things that you do, really, then I was able to take a good decision to say, I am done. I'm going to go take time off.
Yes.
I'm going to rest. focus on self, not even going to jump into the next best thing, but I'm going to do things that I'm passionate about that will always make me smile, like having such conversations.
Yes.
So welcome again.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy that it's done so much for you. And also, so thank you for inviting me. And we can finally be together.
Yes, and do more.
Absolutely.
Because I think after, yes, it was difficult. It's like, okay, still Psycha, and I'm here, or the other company to come. But I think waiting for this time, it was good timing.
Absolutely.
For both of us.
Absolutely.
And I want, before we even talk about the platform, because already I can blab about it.
Love it.
Here with conversation, what I always like is to dig deep to the person. It's not more about what you share out there in the world. It's not about what you sell out there in the world and all that, but it's about your personal journey. And for me, the personal stories that we get to be vulnerable about. Like we just did the book, Healing from the Mother Wound, which was one of the difficult things to deal with when I was not able to talk about it. So those kind of stories and platforms. So let's talk about you.
Yes,
let's start from a guy. Oh, man. Okay. And the little girl. But okay, I saw the little girl. Now I know. Like I can tell already that energy. But tell us, where you from? And before we get to where we are today.
All right. So I am actually just from Fourways. Grew up there. My parents are from Limpopo.
Oh, okay.
But I grew up in Fourways. Your parents always want a better life for you, so they take you to the burbs. Yeah. Grew up there. My favorite sport in high school was netball.
Oh, okay.
I went provincial twice, and I would love to still play it now. But when you get older and you're a mother, you're like, yeah.
Knees and all.
So I love sports. I love staying active.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I've got a older sister. My sister's also got 2 daughters. So I'm a daughter, I'm a mother, I'm a
Girls
sister. In the bigger scheme of our family even, it's girls all around. Like my other cousin, she's got 4 girls.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Girls.
Yeah.
Okay, I also can see where that comes from then.
Yeah.
Then you study here, then work-wise, career?
So I studied at college campus.
Yeah.
It then changed to Rosebank College. So I was doing the events there. And that's actually how I fell into myself as a person, as a loud and somebody that just really wants to find out more. And also how when I actually realized that my love language is actually service. Yeah. Because I enjoyed actually doing events for students.
You're going to say psychology, coaching and all that. Okay, but anyway, I love passion because it finds you.
Yes, yes. And then after that, I then went I was studying there. And when you're in the SFB and you do the events and all of that, then I actually went and worked there.
Yeah.
And then I was there for 7 years.
Okay.
And I enjoyed it. So it became really a good passion of mine.
Like you're saying, act of service.
Yes. And I enjoyed it because I was going, okay, students, what do you guys want? And actually fulfilling that. And that's actually when I was like, I really love doing this. And just fast forward to now, even with SheSpeaks, I love doing what I'm doing because it's serving people.
Yeah.
And then fast forward to me as a mother, that journey, we will get into that. But I think I found what I loved and what my purpose was through my faith in God.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was just really waking up one morning. Well, we'll obviously get into my journey, but I mean just waking up one morning and saying, God is the one that has really placed it in my heart that I need to do SheSpeaks.
Okay.
And
Yeah. So when it started, were there things happening around you where you're like, okay, I need to create this space for, specifically, I know it's for all, but we can say for women now?
Yes.
Where people can come and be vulnerable and express themselves and be able to talk about the things that they want to talk about.
Yes.
Where did it start? What did you see around you that, there has to be a platform for this?
So, and I think really, let me dive into my story. So I was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer in 2017.
Okay.
And then 2020 it progressed to stage 4. And then I also found out I was 3 months pregnant with my now vibey 4-year-old. And in that time, that was actually when I was like, even though I've got a strong support system with me, I don't feel like they know what I'm going through because it's me and being pregnant and doing chemotherapy and doing pregnancy throughout my pregnancy. I mean, chemotherapy throughout my pregnancy. Yeah. And it was just like, because I had a doctor, an oncologist, I had a cardiologist, and I also had a gynecologist.
So you found out when you're pregnant?
Yes.
Okay.
So when I was 3 months pregnant, I found out that's when it progressed to stage 4. So I first found out I was stage 4, and then I found out I was pregnant. So that's when... Okay. Why are you looking at me?
Okay, I am not watching The Resident anymore, but anyway.
Yes.
Because of... Really?
Yeah.
You know that visit, why I'm referencing the program?
Yeah.
And we're talking about it, how everybody, when they come to the hospital for something else, no headaches and all that, then they discover
so many
other things that it's so important. I'm not sure where we are with our healthcare system, but we're not going to dive into that. You can go for a headache, they'll look at the headache and then you go, but not everything else. But such discoveries. And then you're like, okay, I'm here and I'm on my own now.
Yes. So I did have an amazing support system. Yeah. But the reason... because I was pregnant and doing chemotherapy, I just felt alone.
Okay.
Because even within South Africa, pregnancy and chemotherapy it's not accepted. So even when I'm sitting in the chemotherapy room getting chemotherapy, I'm having to wear so many clothes because I don't want to show that I'm pregnant. Because the stairs were the judgment came with the stairs. The stairs came with the judgment, And mentally, it was just such a low. I was... minus 100 type of thing. And because obviously I'm a person that wants to find out what's going on, I'm trying to see what is there, what platform, what foundation is there to help me through this.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of foundations in America besides, and not in South Africa.
Yeah.
So now I was like, look, women cannot be suffering alone.
We need to talk
I'm actually going to provide a platform for us to, at first when it started, it was to provide a platform for women to heal through self-expression. Okay. And then throughout, because it's been an 8-year journey now, it's just been evolving. Okay. And now we are actually looking at how do you navigate life with a cancer diagnosis? Because a lot of people talk about survivorship.
And it's like I'm a survivor.
Exactly.
But what you go through, you're talking about chemo and being pregnant, me sitting here, I don't think I've ever heard a story or anybody talking about it, even on the news, about what you go through. Why would that be a stigma where now you need to hide? Why would people question? What will be those things where you're supposed to be safe? People, not that they must feel sorry for you, but it should be, how can we make this better for you? But it's the opposite.
Complete opposites. So that's why I was like, I need to provide a space for women to just be able to be themselves, be able to be vulnerable.
And for those things that are not like a norm, because we don't go through the same thing.
No.
So when you're going through now your journey and SheSpeaks, what are the things that when you look back and you're like, I'm so grateful that I listened to this for me to open this conversation?
I get inspired by how people are so inspired by my own journey.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what actually makes me push to continue doing it.
Yeah.
Also, because of my own daughter, when I look at her, I see the definition of God's love, God's grace, God's protection, God's provision. So being obedient to God's call, you are going to get all of those things.
It's like I have this, and there's this child that is coming into my life that I need to focus on and take care of and all that. And girl, me crying. And
you know what? I was crying throughout it all. I was crying throughout my pregnancy. I was the most depressed throughout my pregnancy because I had people judging me. I had my oncologist going, are you sure you want to do this? I had my cardiologist going, girl, are you sure you want to do this? They were asking me, because it was either you're going to live, your daughter's going to live, or you both are not going to make it. Okay. So it was all those pressures.
So the questions were, because I was about to ask, why were those concerns? Do you know why were they judging your concern about
because I wasn't good with regards to the chemotherapy. Also, chemotherapy, it's heavy on your body just as you as a person. Now you are pregnant. Bona, I know who I am now.
Yeah. I'm sitting here thinking, if it's doctors and questioning though.
No, but the biggest reason was God.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
So the community now that you've built, how many people are part of the community, and how many have you? And like you can talk also about the programs and how you're doing them.
There's a lot of women that are, and we also, as we're growing, a lot of women also are just joining because we've got different programs, as you were saying. We got a WhatsApp group, and that's just focusing on navigating life with a cancer diagnosis, and also just holistically navigating it. So we've got cancer patients and also caregivers and also like a support system. Because I don't think people actually give credits to the support system and to the caregivers as enough as we do the patient. Because the patient can go like, oh no, I'm not okay, I'm going to sleep. But like the caregiver or the support system, they have to pretend
all is well.
And
when you get up, they must be there.
Exactly. And it's also hard for them. Like I saw it with my support system. Like it still is hard because as soon as I go, they're going, are you okay? Like, what do you need?
I'm sitting here and I'm reminded by, I think, the great, great, great human being ever. What's this actress? Breast cancer as well. You should know her. The actress, Soul City, Lillian Dube.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Those kind of things when she was also talking about those things. Like, you know what? Sometimes I just use this. I just cough. Everybody comes around and take care of me. Just with a cough. And it's real then.
No, it is real.
Because people are concerned.
People are concerned and you're concerned. Like I'm also concerned. Like there was a time where I was bitten by a wasp.
Yeah.
And I didn't think I was allergic to wasps. So I started getting hives. And I'm thinking, is this skin cancer? Has it got to my skin? It's just a wasp sting because I was allergic. It's those small things.
And if it was just me, like, oh, okay, allergic to something.
Exactly.
And you just go
I'm already going, is it skin? Is it? Because that's how on edge you always are with a cancer diagnosis. And that's why we moved it to navigating life with the cancer diagnosis. Like, how do you do it? How does your support system really help you through it? When do you tell people at work, you've been diagnosed? Or, so we're looking at all those areas. Also the trauma, because just that whole wasp thing, it's just because of trauma. It's a trauma reaction. So also the type of trauma that you get from it. Also, we look at what actually, like the side effects. What side effects do you have? Because some of the side effects I have got are not the same. Yes. And also some of the side effects I've got, I'm like, what is this? Like an 8 years in, I'm still going, what is this?
And then let me just take you back. Where do you think immediately that I'm going to die? I'm going to die. Or, and with the community as well, with everybody else, what is the maybe most reaction that people come when they know, okay, I'm diagnosed, it's happening and it's here, I need to deal with this?
Unfortunately, that is the narrative, is I'm going to die. Like, and I'm going to be weak and I'm not going to be able to do anything. I'm not going to be able to be independent. And I was independent. I still am independent woman going, exactly. And I'm going, I have to. Yes, girl.
Don't judge me, guys, for this. So I used to work for a company long time ago. Your theater. I don't know, my mind, hold on. So Nerita Theater Production, so it you Drama Society, Nerita Theater Drama, but at the time it was HIV and AIDS at the time.
Yes.
So there was this girl actually just reminded me, that's why my mind went, you reminded me of her. She was HIV positive. So we used to go with her so that she can teach and then tell people about everything. She was always in the high mood, energy, like ball of everything, and everybody would look at her. And I remember I was like, I think, it's nice to be sick. The way she was. Like, there was no feeling sorry for her. There was no, because the way she was like, guys, it is this. But
absolutely.
I'm still independent and I'm still me.
Absolutely.
The me will never go away.
And I think it's the mindset. Because you have to, what I've also seen, you have to shape that narrative. And also how you explain your journey, how you explain what you're going through. Because I also don't like the busy. No, we level. We're here, And I look at it from a positive perspective, and a you can get through it perspective. Because I found my purpose.
And like I was about to say, reason and purpose.
Yes, I found
it had to be you.
Exactly. Like I don't really tell a lot of people this, but when I was younger, I was trying to kill myself, and when I'm older, I'm fighting to stay alive. So it changes your perspective to life. It changes your perspective to the things that you do. It just changes everything.
Everything.
It opens up your mind to so many also possibilities and opportunities that I'm afforded to now. So in retrospect, I'm thankful.
It's like, there was time in my life where I just want to unalive myself. But hell no, now I want to live beyond whatever, beyond the sickness, whatever it decides. But I'm going to live. If you die, it will be your day. It's not because of you are sick.
No, me and God, we're going, I'm going to be old.
Yeah.
I'm going to die when I'm old.
You just brought him faith and resilience.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me, how has that played a role?
It's played a huge role.
Yeah.
On also how I've looked at life, how I look at obedience, how I look at him in itself. It brought me closer to him, because every night when I was crying, not knowing what I'm doing, I was crying to God, going, "What am I doing? Are you like?"
And how old were you then?
I was 30. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's 8 years now. I was 30. And I was just like, Lord, you sure?
60
Me?
You're figuring God, like 60.
Yeah. But I'm grateful, because, as I said, like it's shown me on how resilient I am. It's shown me that you can't, because other people were saying that you're not going to make it. Like they were, projecting on me, and I'm like, I don't know about that, eh? Because God
they're not even trusting everything medical that they give and offer. Yeah.
And God can move mountains.
Yeah.
God can move mountains. So
true. And here you are. Oh, babe, like I'm looking at you and I'm like, I don't even, like there's no, when you're like, oh yeah, she's a cancer survivor, this, and you're thinking, okay, questioning. I know that we I prep, but sometimes I always like spiritually everything goes the other way around. But I think I just love how you putting it so positive, because you are the first person I know physically that I can see, touch outside of Lillian to be, because but you are more like the first real. And sometimes we don't talk about it.
Yes.
We see where the battle super, no cancer, but there's no beyond. I think in my family where somebody will talk about it. You don't know.
No, absolutely. I mean, like even with people going through cancer, they go through it, they get sick, they go through it, they go through all the operations and then they actually go into remission, and they still go, I don't actually know what cancer is. That's how bad it is.
And then there's that education that needs to be out there.
It is, it's a cry for help.
Sure.
It's honestly a cry for help, because unfortunately in the Black community, it's,
and then we're looking at your medical aids and everything else, and the places where you can go and get information is not like where you will get proper doctors. I know Bara is good in and under general, but hey, it's hectic, it's busy. Do they have time
they don't
for each and every person who comes in there?
To fully explain, because I'm at Joburg Gen, right?
Yeah.
And now, it's like a private hospital for me. Like, I'm glad that I am at Joburg Gen, because there was a time where I went to a private, because over the weekend, the Joburg Gen wasn't open. So I went because complications closer to the end of my pregnancy. And the doctor was just like, I don't know what to give to you, because you're pregnant, you are chemo, you are cancer, so I paid for somebody to tell me, I don't know what to give to you. Then the Monday when I went back to the hospital, they were like, girl, we just give you that.
Yes.
I was like, because they've seen so many cases. They know exactly what to do for you,
Sure.
The only thing is the waiting.
Yeah.
But every time I've been admitted, they've given me my own room.
Yeah.
I felt like I'm a private, like it's
amazing.
I'm glad.
Okay, let's go to a few practical, so that if somebody's listening out there and watching, and they know there's a platform, SheSpeaks, and they can go there and all that, but somebody who can say, this is where I can start. So when somebody, whether the person themselves, they get a diagnosis, and the family, what are the first practical steps to say, you know what, relax. These are the first things that you can do for yourself.
I think first educate yourself, because cancer didn't just all of a sudden be in your body. It's taken 6 months to actually for it to actually be like stage 3 or because doctors go, you need to do this now, you need to do this now. And it's not, no.
Yeah.
Just sit back, educate yourself and see what you actually want to do.
Okay.
Because besides conventional medication, there's also other alternatives that you can look into. And also you can also do them at the same time as well. Like for instance, I'm doing it at the same time. So I'm still going for chemo. I'm still going to see my doctor. But at the same time, obviously, I'm still living holistically, meaning like I look after my mind, my body, and my spiritual life. And then also in terms of the way I eat and exercise and all of that. So it's really educate yourself with regards to what it is and whereabouts you are and also how you want to move forward. Because the narrative is not death. And it's not, the narrative is not you're going to die tomorrow. You might only die in the next 4 years, or you might only die in 2 years, but it's not immediate, So that's what I would say. Also, look at like your support system as well. Like you don't have to tell the whole world. Like for instance, for me, I only started telling people 7 years in, because I wanted to make sure that how I'm doing it is how I want to do it. Also, when I'm telling somebody, and I've just recently been diagnosed, you can fall into the, oh, woe is me. And I didn't want to do that because it was for me and my family.
Yeah. And then everybody also coming with their own advices. Everybody feeling now, it's more like they are the ones seeking advices like, when they see you, it's always about how you feeling. You're like, okay, today as I'm not even like aware if there's any cancer anyway, but me, not like this friend that I live
as soon
with.
as you say cancer, like, have you tried this? Have you tried that? Like for instance,
so it's important to take your own time.
Yes, take your own time. And you decide for yourself exactly what you want to do.
Okay. Sure. There's so much. Okay, I have these cue cards, but now looking at you sitting with you here, you are not just, I know that with this platform, I want to raise awareness, but for me, the power behind somebody's stories, for me, it's always the one that makes more sense outside of educate us or like get to know this information. And you are sitting here and I'm feeling like so grateful that the reason that I'm following you, yes, I know how we met, but I find so many things that even when me not sick or not even knowing anybody that I think, the things that you share on social media, your LinkedIn, the conversations that you host and all that, generally, you can heal anything yourself.
Absolutely.
It's in your mind and it's in the community that you know. I think I'll reference Lillian so many times. She went on to some podcast and they were asking about, breast cancer. It's like, are your breasts, will they be painful and all that? And then they moved into the intimacy, to say, what do you, how does that play another role? And she was talking about, because she's a comedian, she's like, guys, suck those titties. So it's like, that's a preventative measure.
Yeah.
So are there any preventative measures health-wise before or where we start, like women or everybody, take care of yourself? These are the few things that you need to do before you even get sick for you to be diagnosed. What are the things that you think women don't, outside of pap smear?
Yeah.
That is, they talk about it, you see it everywhere, do this. Yeah. What are other things?
I think for me, the biggest thing is lifestyle.
Okay.
Like we don't really look after ourselves the way we should. Because a lot of, science has shown that it's not necessarily just hereditary. You don't just get it from family, you can also get it from lifestyle, on how you live, forgiveness. It's a lot of things, it's how you treat yourself, how you treat other people, things like that. And also in terms of eating, jogging and all of that.
Yeah.
We want
I like the current video that you are talking about, movement.
Yes.
And making sure that you are staying, like you need to move.
Yes.
How important is that in general?
Extremely important. Because at the end of the day, cancer doesn't like oxygen. So you have to be as active as you are so you can actually decrease. There's so many things that you can actually do to stop the tumor from growing. but we are ignorant to it. You know, they say ignorance is bliss. No, it's not bliss. No, it'll get you in trouble.
Sure. And the information out there, is it easy, readable? Because, when you think medical, sometimes you read even the whatever pills that you get, half the time you don't even know what they mean.
No, you don't. And also I think it's like Dr. Google, he's the worst doctor to go to, because it's now 5 years, been stage 4, and I can still feel in my body that I'm not as active as I was before, but I've still got a long way to go. On the in Dr. Google says 5 years, you don't have a lot of chance to actually stay alive. And I'm like, I'm just starting out. I'm just starting now. I'm not kicking the bucket anytime soon.
Yes.
So it's not enough information is out there. Yeah. And that's why I try and be as transparent as I can in telling my story and telling, how to navigate life and telling just me and, use me as a poster child.
Yeah.
Because God doesn't give us stories or challenges for ourselves. He gives it to us for people to actually either get inspired or to learn.
In our story.
You know what I mean?
It has so much power.
It has a lot. Yeah. Because it's hard to change somebody's mindset, but if you just change one, that's the...
And then ripple effect. Exactly.
That's the best way to change the world, is to change one mindset.
Because you touched few things outside of just cancer and sickness that I think it just popped out for me. Lifestyle, but you went on forgiveness, your mental health, and treating people right. Do you think people understand that is the healthy lifestyle, not necessarily wake up, jog, eat well, and all that?
I don't think so. Because a lot of the times we are, like, remember when I saw your questions, I was like, oh, girl, you're going deep. Like a lot of people don't.
Anyway, let's go back.
But a lot of people don't go deep. They always go like surface level with regards to everything, And we need to understand it's alignment.
Yeah.
Like it's alignment that actually gets our well-being. It's alignment that gets us healing. It's alignment to God. Because I always say to people, if you're not rooted in something, you're going to fall for anything.
Oh, yeah.
And for me, I'm rooted in God. Like, God guides me where I need to go, what I need to do. And like, even with SheSpeaks as well. Like, if I don't think I'm doing something right, I will stop and I say, okay, God, what are we doing next?
What am I doing here? Where am I? What am I doing here?
Exactly. What are we servicing? Who are we servicing? When are we servicing? It has to be rooted in that. And alignment is like, let's go deep.
Yeah.
Let us go deep and honest to like, okay, this is what needs to...
Because sometimes you can be even killed by where your heart and your mind and your soul is.
Oh, yeah. It even says in the Bible, we need to guard our hearts. And guard your heart with your well-being. Guard your heart with the way you look after people. Guard your heart the way you treat people. It's easy to be kind to people. Yeah. It's a decision. Be kind.
So for people who are so angry and struggling with forgiveness, maybe now just taking the opportunity, if people out there are struggling with heavy stuff that they can't move beyond those things and they are healthy, they are physically very well, but there's this thing. What can you tell people who are just sitting with stuff, looking at you like, guys, I have this to worry about. And can you imagine if I can carry anything else? And here you are, you carrying a beef of 100 years ago and people possibly that hurt you. Others are underground. They cannot even come back and say anything to you. You're carrying that.
I think, like, how does it serve you? One thing that I really, and I'm still human. I go very wrong. But one thing I've made a decision of is like getting angry at people and staying angry is not going to serve you in any way. It's actually going to put a disease in your body, and that's a disease.
Yeah.
That's how you get your cancers and your, a lot of different diseases.
That's where I wanted to go. That's where you start catching these things that they might have not actually found you.
No.
And they are actually possibly looking for you to find another purpose.
Exactly, because also like with cancer, you need to be stress-free because it's going to make the tumor grow. So if you're holding on to things, you're also holding on to a lot of doors that you don't need to be holding on to. So for me, it's a thing of how does that serve you? Being angry at that person forever, how does that serve you? if it's not serving you in a positive way, then why are you doing it?
Yeah. Because it's poison. Actually, you are poisoning yourself more than the other person.
Exactly.
And people move on. Actually, sometimes
absolutely. They even forgot.
Yeah.
What? Really?
Like I didn't know, and that's like the whole year and this person is living their life.
You know what I mean?
And they are happy.
And when are you festering a lot of that? How does it serve you?
Sure.
That's the question I would ask someone.
I hope you got it. SheSpeaks. When are the activities? What happens when and how? How do people join?
Yes.
So that if somebody's like, okay, hey, it's the WhatsApp group, or where do I start? Where do I start following?
Okay. So as you've been saying about our socials, they can get a hold of us there in terms of with regards to the awareness that we
And you are active, girl. Bruh, I admire you. You are active.
Thank
but
you.
It's not just, you know, now we're living in a life of content creators and all that, where we create content for every day, and some for fun, some for, but you are active and your content, it's like a blog, it's like news, it's like medical, it's like read. It's not the content that like read and move.
Yes.
So that's how I've been finding your content.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. But because we're trying to educate and spread awareness, because as I said, ignorance is not bliss. You know. Also, if they do want to get us on our WhatsApp groups, because we also got a Christian WhatsApp group. So we talk about just learning about God, learning scriptures, Bible verses, and all of that. Also, we are looking at wanting to go and do workshops to really go into the community and spread awareness on, again, how do you navigate life with
everywhere? And churches.
Yes. So we want to actually go in and say, okay, this is how we navigate it. And this is what it is. This is how it affects you. This is how it affects your communities. This is how it, So for me, the biggest thing is really, how do you navigate life with the cancer diagnosis? And I say cancer diagnosis because you are not your diagnosis. I don't say, how do you navigate life as a cancer patient? You're not a cancer patient. You are a person that has a cancer diagnosis.
You speaking to me, I always go into politically correct, with all these things. Like, no. Albinism is a condition. The person is, you are not what you are going through. You are not.
Absolutely. And also it's a thing of, how are you looking at yourself? I'm just still my person. I'm still Regorapetse that just has been diagnosed with cancer. Honey, that's it. And by looking at it that way, I'm able to wake up in the morning. I'm able to actually look and say, I'm navigating life. I'm actually doing life. I am being a mother. I am, because of what you say to yourself. And I can go on and on and on, because I think for me, it's really a passion. For me, it's really it's something that's really like deep in me to say, you know what?
And reaching a whole lot more people, because here you won, but with the platforms, you are able to reach many more.
That's our mission.
So tell me, what does SheSpeaks need now? What help? Because I know now there's you and there's this passion and drive and everything. You are pouring. You are pouring out. But now, what else would you need or support?
For me, the biggest thing is the corporates. Sponsorship. So we can actually, because I'm community-based, we can actually service a community. Like in our economic times, economic. Thank you. Yes, we, like, not everybody's able to attain information,
sessions.
So us actually getting sponsorship for us to be able to spread the word, for us to be able to go into the communities, for us to be able to do it properly, because another friend of mine, she was saying that a lot of doctors don't have the know-how. Like, because, I mean, if I see someone that doesn't necessarily know what to do in hospital, I'm like, speak to that person. They're able to help you this. Speak to that person. They do with the files. And a friend of mine was going, people actually need that information, So because I'm still working in my journey, I feel like I know what you need, I know what information you need. So like actually doing that properly and actually making sure that the communities understand that. It is a lot of, it's a lot of ways. Also volunteers to actually, for us to also go into the communities and actually also educate.
And volunteers is not only somebody who has the information, but just we can help you carry the weight.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
and then you have merchandise. I love that. She found her purple. I'm like, supposed to buy that. That's no good. Like, I'm supposed. This is where I am. I actually, when I saw that on a merch, I'm like, these are the, products and merchandise, like dress up and all that. People only think that it's just swag. But that right there, she found her purpose. And when you start looking at somebody, with conversations, I always say conversations that heal. So that everywhere I go, but when you start getting healed, it's easy for you to get out and heal others. And those statements, they are the proper, not marketing, but those are the statements that are helping beyond Bible verses.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a conversation starter.
Yeah.
Because whenever I wear this top, they're like, what is your purpose? What is purpose to you? Where are you in your life in terms of finding your purpose? Like, because God has placed everybody on this earth to walk in their purpose.
Yeah.
So what does it mean to you to find your purpose? So it's a lot of conversational starters. And for us, as you were saying earlier, it's healing. Like it's, at the end of the day, I want to see people healed.
Yeah.
And I say people because there are like, later on, we are going to go into like the male, look at their issues.
Okay.
But right now we're looking at females. But we need to be a healed generation. And things like this, like, because there's another top that I have is your voice, your journey, your healing.
Okay.
So that's also another conversation starter. Like it takes your voice to talk about your journey to end up getting to your healing. And that's actually our tagline. Okay. Your voice, your journey, your healing.
Amazing.
So for me, it's conversational starters that actually get you starting to heal, starting to talk, because as I said, like the expression, healing and expression.
Yeah.
It's you will be surprised what type of expression you need to just start healing.
So true.
Yeah.
You speaking to, like, if I didn't start talking about my journey, my past, and what I needed to heal for so many things, living in boarding school, like trying to survive on my own and, getting, the rape after another.
Yes.
And when I started talking about it, not as a condition or something, like even if it started opening up so many more conversations and people saying, I can speak out now. I can talk about what I am going through. I think this is how the platform actually, like how I gave birth to platform, with this platform to say, when our stories are really a powerful tool. Some people, like you said, talking about purpose, somebody will say, come pay this much of money so that I can try help you find your purpose. And then we don't do it ourselves. Those are the things that are far-fetched. But when we sit with self,
absolutely,
when we listen to people like you, when we're sitting out there, like, actually, this is what I'm going through. And actually, I can heal others by getting up and talking about what I'm going through. And it opens up more healing. Absolutely. So, Match, where do they get it? Where do they buy it?
They can get it from me.
Okay.
WhatsApp, 081.
I like it from me.
Annie.
I am here.
Me.
I like you get it on a website. Yes.
But I can get it from website, but it's better for me.
Directly.
Yeah, directly.
Yeah,
we can also send it out to you.
Yeah.
You can WhatsApp us on 081 709 3425.
Since I have your tens, I'll add them. I have your tens. Also, you are also giving us a permission to do so.
Absolutely. WhatsApp.
You know why I raised the match and you to talk about the purpose. Like now, I'm wearing my surname, Mhlonga Mvula, from the Mnisi surname. The power in these things, and again, over and above that, they help actually as an income generation, as we are talking about corporate and all that. People think, we just do T-shirts or branding but it helps spread more.
Absolutely. And I mean, for you, yours is a surname. It's a belonging. Everybody wants to belong.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to belong. So there's power in belonging.
Yeah.
So absolutely. It's not just about...
just a T-shirt.
No.
Yeah.
It's not.
I hope people get to know when they're visiting brands or when they're finding this community collaborations and partnership. If they think of buying a brand a brand from whoever, just to show the value of what that they can think of these other ones, to say, oh, there's a reason. It's not just creating a t-shirt or a sweater for this.
No.
Let's start conversations and let's help community. Let's build and add into that.
Absolutely.
In closing,
Yes, ma'am.
what would you like our people to take from this conversation and move forward, so that they must not be scared? But what would you like, if there's one thing, everything we have talked about, that you like, guys, if you didn't hear me, this is what I want you to know about cancer, about my journey, and about where I'm going?
I think the biggest thing is the importance of living. And not being alive, actually living.
What's the difference?
There's a huge difference,
Oh.
When you live in purpose. You live in determination. You live in focus. You live, actually, and I'm not talking living like go and party. Oh, no. Like, everything that you do has meaning, has purpose, has...
intentional about your life.
Completely. Like, my daughter's father... There was a time where I wasn't really well, and he was like, okay, let's be intentional about healing. And when he said that, I was like, don't you think I've been doing it? But when I sat down and thought about it, it's actually putting in the work of, this is what I'm going to finish off. Like, this is what we're doing for the rest of our lives. And for me, it's live. Be intentional about living. Like, as I was saying to you in our other conversation, like what makes you wake up in the morning? Like, why do you want to wake up in the morning?
Why are you still here?
You know what I mean? Like, do things that make you happy, because when you're doing things that make you happy, you don't feel like you're doing work at all, But so for me, the biggest thing is just in terms of like, understand what living is and not just being alive. And also there's so much power in doing things together, sisterhood. Community. There's so much power in that. I mean, I've got a saying on my website. God didn't. She speaks not because she. You want to say it?
I'm gonna read it. She speaks, not because she wants to be heard, but because God gave her the ability to move mountains through unity and love.
Exactly, and unity and love is one thing that Satan doesn't want. And we are born in love. We're born to love. We're born to... And unity is not something that Satan wants. So sisterhood, there's love and there's unity. And there's so much that we can do with us just coming together and coming together for a positive thing to keep on going. And not positive, I must be positive. No, like believing and being rooted in the fact that it's
space.
You know what I mean?
Knowing that somebody is holding space.
You know what I mean?
For you,
and you don't have to think twice.
Anything.
If are they going to be there? You just know because they're holding that space for you. And that's what sisterhood is all about. That is what unity is all about. That's what love is all about. It's not just like, whatever. It's like, girl, you don't even have to say anything. You know I'm there. Like, I'm there. And those are certain things that I learned through my journey. Because my friends, they're not just friends. They are divine connections. Because God knew when they put them in my life 10 years ago. God knew that 8 years later,
why they need to be there.
You know what I mean? Because I am not who I am without my friends. And
absolutely.
I'm yes, I can. I do my own things. I know what I want to do, and I'm dedicated, self-dedicated, and all of that. But I'm allowed to do what I'm doing because of my people.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Sure. I just thought of another question. Actually, in closing, plant medicine, your ayahuascas and everything. Mm-hmm. Do they have a place in this medically?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm hosting a retreat. Actually, not a retreat, a book reading, but we are doing it at a retreat where they're going to be teaching us about. So I just wanted to know so that when I go there, they must also add when people are coming, because for me, that's information that one wouldn't know. Okay.
Oh, no, absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Whew. What's next for SheSpeaks? What's happening next?
As I said earlier, I just wanted to go into communities.
Yeah.
And just spread, like for me, the biggest thing is spreading awareness on navigating life with a cancer diagnosis. Because as I said before, a lot of people talk about survivorship, but we don't talk about the process in between. Yeah. Like everybody talks about, oh, I'm rich now, but okay, how did you get rich?
Yeah.
You know, the tools, just simple tools. So if somebody can go back and say, you know what, I understand this because you simplified it in such a way, and I'm able to wake up in the morning because you've made it easier for me to understand, okay, first foot's in front of the next foot's in front, and I don't...
Step by step.
You know what I mean? If I can give people those tools, it being going to like communities, going to corporates, it going to, as long as I can do
so that you are that vessel, you are there, you are available.
And also holistic healing. Speak about holistic healing. The importance of wholeness. It's not just healing, it's whole.
We must start having you talking everywhere. You know why I even stopped referring to the questions? Because in everything that I knew you were going to unpack everything, because we had a similar conversation before, and, you know, touching on everything. And as I was going like on and on about your content out there, please continue to do the work that you're doing. It is important, and I'm glad that it also found somebody like me who doesn't even have any relation, and I know that is important. And the reason why I wanted to bring you here, so that people, when you're away, me knowing that you are there, me knowing if somebody says, do you know this person? I can always say, or somebody who's going through, where can they go?
Yes.
When you are informed, you are able to help other people. So you don't have to be part of it, but you just need to know.
Absolutely. But thank you for your support, because every time I post something like, what, thank you, I'm like, wait, king, this is what sisterhood is all about. Yeah. Because even though you're not necessarily maybe diagnosed, but like just supporting. So for me and my team and like my life, thank you for your support, because it's support like yours that keep on me being able to do what I'm doing. Because as I said, I get inspired by how people are inspired by the work that I'm doing. Yes. So as long as people are continue to being inspired, I'm still going to do it.
We see you. And I'm glad that helps, because I think that's what we need to we need to feel seen.
Absolutely.
With the work, because this is the thankless work. This is not a paycheck work that you do. No. So we see you.
Thank you.
And please let your team know as well that we are grateful. We are grateful and hoping that we can be. So now, can I share your content anytime? Can I be the girl?
You know, please be the girl.
That's why she's gonna think, you don't know, so I'm gonna be that girl. I'm gonna reshare. And Continue. Then when you have dates of any meetings and online, please do share with me. And I can also put them on our website. And please, I would like to host SheSpeaks on our website, so that people can at least also find that information. So we can put a link there with your permission.
Thank you.
So that we can reach.
You got all my permission, girl. All of it.
We are digging in. But like, honestly, thank you so much for joining me. And I think you're gonna come back again.
Sure.
Where we're gonna dig deep on other things. Sure. You know, like I've seen that other interview about sports, about being active and all that, where we can come and then focus on, okay, now we talked about you and your journey, and this is why you're doing what you're doing. But now it's like, okay, breast cancer, this is how it looks. This is how it feels.
Sure.
These are so that we can come back to comfortably and talk about it. Okay. Guys, no, don't suck titties, but hey. So if there's other needs and all that, so that we can unpack it.
Yes.
So yeah, this is the platform as well. If you want to come here and say, okay, conversation, I'm here too. This is a workshop or program.
Let's go.
We are here for you.
I love collaborations.
Yes.
So I'm loving what I'm hearing, and let's see how we can spread the word. Absolutely. No, I would appreciate it. 100%. Thanks, girl.
Thank you so much. I've been wanting to jump and hug. You know how, me. Like every time I'm like, I'm like, oh, I want to hug you right now. I want to hug you. Conversations with the Pums and the girl next door. Regorapetse from SheSpeaks SA. Guys, you've heard me. Her content, go to it, listen, watch, read. It is important, and it's for anybody and everybody holistic healing. If you didn't take away anything, it's not about cancer. It's about full holistic healing. And thank you for watching. This episode was brought to you by Cyberite Accessories. You see, bring another conversation and come join us. Thank you.